Yo, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have my custom tactics for my 25 wins FUT Champions weekend, my best ever FUT Champions weekend, and I think these custom tactics worked. I think they really did help me achieve my highest ever finish. If you are a returning subscriber, you may remember we did this for the Elite 3 weekend league. I showed my custom tactics, but then since then there's been a patch out, so the patch I feel like did actually change a few things, so I'm going to be talking about them today. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed, smash the like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. But let's just get into it. So this is the team that got me 25 wins this weekend. You might be thinking, yeah, it looks alright. I mean, it looks quite solid. There are a few positions where you might think that's a bit weird. For example, Ericsson at right mid. This midfield is a bit defensive, but I'll explain all of that in due course. So, just talking about the personnel before we get on the custom tactics. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic. Varane, my favourite centre-back in this game. Piqué, surprisingly really solid this weekend. And Semedo, he's had a new lease of life. I feel like they've rejuvenated this card after it had a bit of a dip. It's back up there being probably my favourite right-back on the game. Carlos takes the spot for the best left-back on the game. Scored 2 free kicks for me this weekend, and he is really solid. So if you're considering doing him for the icon swaps, I do recommend. Antoine Griezmann, regular or normal, is super solid. He plays a number of positions, so that record is really good. Always has an impact in a game, which you love to see, and he's so good in the clutch moments. Kante, my favourite midfielder every year on FIFA. 2 goals, 12 assists, but his tackles are just so vital to the way I play. He's super quick, he's strong, he's got good tackling, well, excellent tackling. Stamina is perfect, he can go 120 minutes, so I really rate Kante. Matuidi is an interesting one. He was actually a really surprising player for me to use, because for 10,000 coins, I didn't think he would be that great, but we played him in the CDM position, and he was really good. His tackling was super solid, stamina's very good, passing was good. 2-star weak foot is a downside and the 2-star skill moves, but the medium-high work rate makes him a fantastic CDM on this game. Sissoko is like our box-to-box midfielder, but he's very good on this game, but he's not the guy I need in the team. We will hopefully be changing him out this weekend. Ericsson was a later addition. I swapped it out for Heung-min Son. He's fantastic, probably my favourite cam to use on this game, apart from Lionel Messi or like Maradona or someone like that. 17 games, 9 goals, 11 assists, all in FUT Champions. He's really important to the way I play. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. And finally, the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo. 35 games, 45 goals, 14 assists. It speaks for itself really. He is fantastic on this game. So that is the team. The custom tactics are where is hopefully what you clicked on this video for. Custom tactics. We go over to the game plans. The game plans, I have pretty much all of them set up apart from ultra defensive. We go for the attacking straight from the kickoff. So we go balanced, 5-5, balanced, 5-5. Very basic, very basic. I don't really touch these. 2 and 2 for the corners and free kicks. Corners, I have a few people in the box. Just the 2 on the dial. 2 there because I don't want to get counter-attacked. How many times have you been counter-attacked from your own corners? Free kicks the same. I don't really have too many in the box, because normally I'll do like a short pass, play around the box, look for a bit of a space down the line. I'm not swinging it into the box straight away. So if we had it like on 5, we've got 5 men in the box, which is not what we want at all. To get counter-attacked, it would be terrible. Formation-wise, we go to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Now, this formation is a bit, I don't know. I don't feel like it's as good as it used to be before the patch, and you'll see in the other formations why I actually think that. But this is a setup. We have 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, Matuidi, Kante, Sissoko, CDM. We go for the back line. It's just normal. It's just normal. Nothing changes there. CDM, cut passing lanes, stay back whilst attacking for Matuidi. Stay back whilst attacking for Musa Sissoko. Now, you might be thinking that's quite strange. Why not Kante to stay back? Well, because Kante is so fast and he pretty much does the job of like 2 midfielders, I thought why not just let him sort of balance. Yes, he doesn't have that goal scoring touch, but he's able to find the pass, hence why I had quite a few assists compared to the likes of Sissoko. I think Sissoko's just a bit a bit less effective at getting up and down the pitch, so that's why Kante is unbalanced. I set the cam to stay forwards because I like to have the triangles up front, so I do quick triangles between Eriksen, Griezmann and Ronaldo. 1-2s past the defenders I think really does work. The two strikers I simply have to get in behind. So my idea behind that is some quick triangles like I just said. Get one of them to get running in behind, play them through, and a lot of my goals do come from them goal scoring situations. So that's just the way I've gone for it. And one thing that I tend to do quite a lot as well is swap my strikers around in game, because Cristiano Ronaldo is absolutely fantastic at scoring near post shots. So what I will do in the first half is have Cristiano Ronaldo on that side. If we are playing at home and Ronaldo is down at the bottom half of the pitch, Ronaldo will run through near post every time he will score. Same for Griezmann. It favours his left foot being on that side. It's just personal preference. I always seem to play to whichever side is. I always seem to play the bottom side of the pitch. So if we always have Ronaldo on the bottom side of the pitch, he will score more. So that's just one thing that I've learned for my personal preference. I always seem to play along the bottom of the screen. I have no idea why, but that's just one thing that I've noticed. That formation works really, really well, and I enjoy it a lot. But there are some games where you go into and you feel like you can't get the ball, you can't get control of the game. I'm too defensive. Having 3 French defensive midfielders is a problem. So we go to this one, defensive. We go balanced, balance. 5-5. Width is on 5-2. 4 for players in the box, 2 and 2 once again. So the width, it just means that we're not too wide, we're not too narrow as well. We're just in between. It's balanced. I don't go to press after possession loss anymore or press on heavy touch, because I just don't feel like it benefits me. I think I get counter-attacked quite a lot. Balanced is just a nice press against your opponent, so it does really, really work nicely. But yeah, just leave it balanced. And there is one formation where we do change it, but 4-2-3-1 is important because we have Cristiano Ronaldo, Eriksen, Griezmann, and you might be wondering, you have Kante on the wing. Well, in game, what we do is we actually go and change Kante out for Martial. We take Matuidi off and we have Martial on the left, who was really, really good. But in the defensive formation, we've got a bit of a difference. The difference is Roberto Carlos stay back whilst attacking. It makes him to a defensive beast. He's really, really good when you tell him to stay back. I find it's really important in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow to have your fullbacks pushing forward to help out the attack, because you don't have natural wingers. You need that width created from your fullbacks. But in the defensive formation, I just want that extra bit of security from my fullbacks, so we tell him to stay back. Really does help out our defence. The 2 CDMs, cut passing lanes, stay back whilst attacking. The difference is here, Kante will be cover centre, which just means he will fill in between the 2 CDMs. And it really does help because we've got these 2 guys, the wide cams, to come back on defence for all 3 of these attackers actually. This is like 75th minute plus. If we're holding the lead, this is what I will do to these 3 attackers. I think you really notice the difference in game of actually telling these 3 players to come back on defence. Yes, you don't have as many opportunities going forward, but at the end of the game, it's all about just maintaining your lead. Cristiano, we just have on getting behind again. So if we get maybe a quick break, as you often do in this formation, because your opponents push so far on, there's a lot of spacing behind. And if you have fast wingers, you'll be able to get some really nice counter-attacks. So quite often, I'll have Martial, I'll have Ousmane Dembele. Sometimes what I will do actually is go to a 4-2-3-1 in the attacking variant as well. So the difference would be, I would have Eriksen to stay forwards. I would put Carlos to actually balanced. And then that would be my attacking variant. I'd still stick with these 2 guys to come back on defence, which is quite common. I think a lot of people do that. But the difference here being, I use the 4-2-3-1, both attacking and defensive. I think a lot of people have spoke about the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow being nerfed. And yes, it has been a bit nerfed, I feel. If you come up against a really tough opponent, you might want to go to a 4-2-3-1. Be a bit more sturdy in the defense. You've got that. You've got like 5 guys who are helping your defense, which yes is a bit boring. But normally I only play this in the hardest of games. A lot of the time I will just go straight away for the attacking variant, which is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Creates a lot of opportunities, but you are suspect to counter-attacks. This one here is my Hail Mary. This is the one where You're losing 2-0 in the first, like, half an hour. I want to get a goal back before half time. I'll go ultra attacking. Or we've got 20 minutes left in game. I'm going ultra attacking. Because that time can go so quickly in game. 20 minutes is not long at all. I'll switch to the 3-5-2. Constant pressure. Width, I have middle. Depth, we turn that up so you can see the players are moving up the field. We don't want them on one depth. Terrible. We have them around here. So it pushes them up. Gets me on the attack. We have fast build-up and constant pressure. Constant pressure, yes, you'll be vulnerable, but you've got to go for it. You'd rather lose 3-0 than go out 1-0 and hardly attack. I had a guy the other day, and he was losing 1-0. He had 0 shots on target. You should at least create one opportunity every game. Whether that's 30 yards out, you should just be having an opportunity. Width is on 5. Players in the box we have on, what is that, nearly maxed out. Just to get them in, there. If we have crosses, hopefully there'll be more runs into the box and we can sweat one across. Whatever. Corners, we have the maximum amount of players in the box. Free kicks, we have the maximum as well. So that is almost the opportunity to get everyone forward. I put on team press in game, which obviously works to get the ball back. It's really frustrating playing FIFA 20 because I feel like there aren't enough options for you to win the ball back. But this is just one of the ways which you can go for it. 3-5-2 then, so we have the instructions set as this. Getting behind for the 2 strikers. Cam is to stay forwards. Nothing for the CDMs, which, yeah, is a bit suspect, but I just don't really mind. I just want them to really get forward, help the attack. We've got these 3 guys still back. And the 2 out wide, right mid and left mid, we just have on balance. A lot of the time what I'll do is I'll sub out Matuidi, Sissoko, and bring Ericsson down to CDM. I'll have Martial, I'll have Ousmane Dembele, Mertens. I'll have all these new attackers on the pitch to really help me attack. There are a few games where I went 3-0 down, 4-1 down, and I needed a goal. I switched to the 3-5-2. It's like you're playing a different game. So I think it's really important to have a bunch of different formations and custom tactics in your arsenal, really, to help you get back in the game. A lot of the time in the past, I've just sat there on the same formation, trying to break the guy down. You might feel like you need to analyse your opponents a bit more as well. So maybe he's weak down the wings. Go to a 4-2-3-1, go to a 4-3-3-4 maybe. Something with wingers, really, really important to the formation. But they are just my custom tactics for today. 4-2-3-1, 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, 3-5-2. They are some of the most effective formations that I've found in game. I think they will work for you. At least one of these formations should work for you. I would say 3-5-2. It's hard to play in all the time unless you're really used to it. So I'll try that out in Division Rivals. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is really easy to use. If you love having a cam like I do, it's really good. Same for 4-2-3-1. If you enjoy wide play, this one might be more suited to you. But those are my 25 and 5 custom tactics. I'm so pleased with the performance of the team this weekend. It's crazy because I feel like there were probably 2 games which actually I got quite comfortably beat. But that's just how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes. You can see, where's my there we go. So Elite 2, we did very, very well. I'm hoping this year we can push on to Elite 1. Elite 2 is kind of frustrating because there's not really anything different between these two. Only 30,000 coins, which on the grand scheme of things isn't massive. But what I'm hoping for is a red Heung-min Son. So we will see. We will see what happens. But thank you guys if you did make it to the end. I hope these custom tactics did help you. The new patch should be out today. Maybe today or tomorrow. So maybe I'll do a new test, see what the custom tactics are best for that. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't change it too much. Hopefully it's just improves the passing, shooting, things like that. Hopefully it doesn't affect the formations too much. But that's me done for now, guys. I will see you all tomorrow with another FIFA 20 video.